Hey Dan, how can I tell if the eggs in my fridge are nice and fresh? Well, let me explain. Here's an egg. We have the pointed end of the egg and the round end of the egg. Now you should always try and store your eggs in your fridge points down. This is because up here in the rounded end of the egg is the air cell. Not many people talk about this or know about it, but between the membrane and the shell at the rounded end, there's an air gap that is created called the air cell. If you hard boil an egg and then you peel the shell, sometimes you'll notice there's a bit of a flat spot on your boiled egg. That's where the air cell would be. Now, as the egg ages and gets older, it loses some of the contents of the egg, the thin white, through osmosis back through the porous shell. So, as that air cell grows in the top of the egg, it would mean that if we place the eggs in a bowl of water, you might have heard this old wives' tale, then the fresh egg will stay at the bottom of the bowl and a staler egg, an older egg, will float to the top because of the size of the air cell. Now, if you come down here to my bowl of water, I have two eggs for you to see. We have this one, which is slightly fresher, and if I place it down here in my bowl of water, hopefully you'll notice that that egg sits nicely on the bottom of the bowl. But if I take my second egg, this one, and I place it in the bowl of water, you should see that it immediately stands upright. Now it's not floating to the surface because it's not really old, but it's a little older than the one that I just put in there, and it stands upright. Now, I have a bottle here, a clear plastic bottle with a happy birthday balloon inside, filled with water. Now, the plastic bottle is to demonstrate the shell, and the balloon inside is to demonstrate the membrane. Now, if I very carefully take the cap off and hold the balloon inside, I should be able to demonstrate to you that as the egg ages and it loses some of its contents, like this, here we go. Oh, it's a bit dangerous. Don't try this at home, kids. You can see that the air cell at the top of the egg, the distance between the balloon and the outside of the bottle gets larger. And as that gets larger, if I stop it here, you can see there's a lot more air trapped in the top of the bottle, and that will make it float to the surface of the bowl. And that's exactly what's happening inside the egg. So, if you want to tell how fresh your eggs are in the fridge, or if you should be throwing them in the bin, try it. Place them in a bowl of water. If they float to the surface, chuck them out. If they stay sat on the bottom of the bowl, you're good to go. Thanks for the question, and keep those hey Dans coming in. Awesome.